Will the House come to order? Mr. Clerk.
Aloha and good evening. Today's invocation will be delivered by Representative Kirsten Kahaloa. Will the members who wish to participate please rise?
Please be seated. Just gonna. Aloha kako. Dear colleagues, congratulations on a successful conference. Let's give ourselves a round of applause or a sigh of relief, like, we did it. As we approach the end of our session together, I share with you a reflection on gratitude. The late, great Maya Angelou said, "Let gratitude be the pillow upon which you kneel to say your nightly prayer." 51 representatives enter this chamber every session with energy and great ideas, and it takes so many more people to bring those ideas to life. Office managers hold the key to the kingdom here. And I was blessed to have two amazing ones in my time here so far. Laura LaPena, who we all miss dearly, and now Claire Ronquillo. Our committee clerks and legislative aides do so much in such a short time, often with what seems like an impossible steep learning curve, but they get it done. During this busy time in session, make sure you shower your staff with gratitude. There are so many others who do great work here at the Capitol as well. There's the ones that hold the actual keys, our sergeants of arms, who also keep us safe. From our clerk's office to the print shop, our attorneys, IT, our drafters, comms, our public access room, our custodians, our security guards, sheriffs, and everyone who works so hard in this building. All that we achieve together is the credit of all of their work. So let's acknowledge them today, this evening. Let us honor one another and all those who work with us by expressing our gratitude today, this evening, and every day. My fellow representatives, we're nearing the end of this legislative session where we've accomplished so much for our communities and our districts, for the people of Hawaii, our working families, our farmers, and especially the people of Maui. I'm looking forward to seeing those results as we close our legislative session. Thank you for your support. Thank you for all you do, members. We're almost there. Hang in there. And mahalo, mahalo, mahalo.
Thank you, Representative Kahaloa. Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Ayu, Mr. Alcos, Ms. Amato, Ms. Bellotti, Mr. Chun, Ms. Cochran, Mr. Evslin, Mr. Ganadin, Mr. Garcia, Mr. Garrett, Mr. Gates, Mr. Hashem, Mr. Holt, Ms. Hussey Burdick, Ms. Ichiyama, Mr. Iligan, Ms. Kahaloa, Ms. Capella, Mr. Kila, Ms. Kitagawa, Mr. Kobayashi, Mr. Kong, Ms. Lachika, Ms. Lamosao, Ms. Lowen, Ms. Martin, Ms. Martinez, Mr. Matayoshi, Ms. Matsumoto, Mr. Miyake, Ms. Mizuno, Ms. Morikawa, Ms. Nakamura, Mr. Nakashima, Mr. Nishimoto, Mr. Onishi, Ms. Peruso, Mr. Pirik, Ms. Poe Poe, Mr. Quinlan, Mr. Sayama, Ms. Souza, Mr. Takayama, Ms. Takenouchi, Mr. Tam, Mr. Tarnas, Mr. Todd, Mr. Ward, Mr. Woodson, Mr. Yamashita, Mr. Speaker.
Present.
Mr. Speaker, all 51 members are present.
Item 2, reading of the Journal. Representative Morikawa.
Mr. Speaker, may this matter be deferred.
So ordered. Item 3, Mr. Clerk, are there any messages from the Governor?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, we're in receipt of Governor's Message Number 9, recommending the immediate passage of the noted emergency appropriation bills. May this matter be received and filed.
So ordered. Item 4, Mr. Clerk, are there any Senate communications?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, if you and the members will turn your attention to the addendum to today's order of the day. We are in receipt of communications returning the noted House concurrent resolutions, all having been adopted in the Senate. We are in further receipt of communications informing the House that the Senate has appointed conferees to the noted House bill. We are also in receipt of communications informing the House that the Senate has made changes to conferees to the noted House and Senate bills.
Members, we're on introductions. Any intros? Representative Kila.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. On behalf of the representative from Holualoa and myself, I would like to welcome their partner, Ilihia Giaisan, to the House of Representatives, and their beautiful daughter, my niece, Kawai Pomaikai, to the House of Representatives. Welcome to your House of Representatives.
Representative Kahaloa.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I also have my staff here in the audience today, so I wanted to introduce them. Our committee clerk, Jake Morrow, please stand, and our legislative aide, also Jake, Leclerc. Welcome to your House of Representatives, and thank you for all your work. Speaker, one more introduction.
Please proceed.
My father-in-law is also visiting today from Kona, so please rise, Anthony Jansen. Welcome to your House of Representatives.
Representative Nishimoto.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It's been a roller coaster couple of weeks for my staff and I do want to send a big mahalo out to them. They are in the gallery. If they could stand when I introduce them. First, Travis Kahn, Teru Okamoto, and the irreplaceable Taylor Date. There's also someone very special in my life I'd like to introduce. She makes me a better person every single day, and she also holds it down for me when the block gets hot, Mr. Speaker. Debbie Cheeseman. I'll explain to you what that means after session.
Are there additional introductions? Representative Lachika.
Mr. Speaker, requesting 2 introductions. First, it's such a blessing and an opportunity that we got to have extra set of hands helping us this session. It's my pleasure to introduce our intern graduating this December from UH Manoa Public Health minor in English, no, not English literature, in American history, American Studies, is Hina Claire Bout. And joining her also is, similar to what the representative from Makali mentioned, also my better half, my husband Cricket, and joining him are Foggy and Ricky. Go ahead and wave. Welcome to your House of Representatives.
Representative Quinlan.
Mr. Speaker, I think you know who I'm going to introduce now. In the gallery today, we have the pride and joy of my life, my son Maxim. Hey, Max. and how could I forget my darling wife, the love of my life, Teo Bestenyala, Asha de Forte Mult. Thank you.
Are there additional introductions? If not, we'll take a recess subject to the call of the chair. Recess. Will the House come to order? All right, members, we're on item 5. Please note that the measures on page 2 will be deferred one legislative day. Item 6. Members, we will be taking up 2 motions, one to agree to the Senate amendments and the second to adopt the House concurrent resolutions. Representative Nakamura for the motion to agree.
Mr. Speaker, I move to agree to the amendments made by the Senate to the following House concurrent resolutions. HCR number 52, HD1. HCR number 70, HD1. HCR number 71, HD1. HCR number 91, HD1. HCR number 94, HD2. HCR number 118, HD1. HCR number 134, HD1. HCR number 138, HD1. HCR number 140, HD1. HCR number 160, HCR number 171, HCR number 172, HCR number 187, HD1, HCR number 196, and HCR number 198.
Representative Morikawa.
I second the motion.
Okay, members, discussion beginning on page 3, HCR. Oh, sorry, we will be adopting this on a voice vote. All those in favor say aye. All opposed say no. The motion is carried. Representative Nakamura for the motion to adopt.
Mr. Speaker, I move to adopt the House concurrent resolutions listed on pages 3 through 7.
Representative Morikawa.
I second the motion.
All right, members, any discussion beginning on page 3, HCR number 52, HCR number 70. Representative Garcia.
No vote.
So ordered. Representative Purick.
In opposition.
Please proceed.
My grandmother's brother was addicted to gambling. This bill inadvertently encourages people to gamble in Hawaii. Hawaii is one of the only states in our nation that doesn't allow gambling, and I think that that should continue to be the same. We don't want people to become addicts.
Representative Ward.
Thank you, Speaker. I have a brief comment with my no vote.
Please proceed.
This monetizes talent. It monetizes people who are skilled, who are muscular, who are talented or tall. But the unfortunate thing is that if you remember in the old boxing days when they would throw a fight means, hey, you fake that you've got knocked down because you know the money was on you. And because of that, you know, it's like all of us in here. If we're in this building for the money, we're in the wrong business. And if we're in there to monetize these people by having this, to me, it's the nose of the camel in the tent. This will lead itself probably to something further because this will not be enough when we do sports betting. I think already we have a chance to do this on the federal level. So bringing it to Hawaii, I think, would be a bad idea and negative on the basis of our economic well-being, particularly Alice families. And those who gamble are the ones who, this is the literature talking, those who gamble the most are the ones who can least afford to lose. And that's an unfortunate statistic. Thank you.
Representative Alcos.
No vote.
So ordered. Further discussion, members? Okay, if not, HCR 71. Next page, HCR 91, HCR 94, HCR 118, HCR 134. Next page, HCR 138. Representative Purick.
In opposition.
Please proceed.
Our legislative body convenes for about 4 months out of the year, 60 legislative days. And during this time, we have lobbyists that come to us and get us to vote one way or another. If we were to extend our legislative session throughout the year, it may invite lobbyists to try to convince us throughout the year, thus potentially encouraging bribes throughout the year. I'm voting no.
Representative Nakamura.
In support,
Please proceed.
our county councils throughout our state operate year-round. They have budgets, a fraction of the state's budget. Mr. Speaker, This is simply a study to look at what other states are doing, to look at what works, what doesn't work, what systems need to change, but it is a way to try to look at different ways of running the state legislature. Thank you.
Further discussion, Representative Gannon,
In support, Mr. Speaker.
please proceed.
The state of Hawaii, being the last state of the union, has picked up many responsibilities that are ordinarily handled by the county, including education. For that reason, there are many bills that die for no reason other than we run out of time. I am in strong support of considering extending the work that we do here in this chamber and in this building. Thank you.
Okay, HCR 140, HCR 160. Representative
Speaker,
Ford,
on the last one regarding the full-time legislature.
please proceed on HCR 138.
Yes, thank you. Last week or the week before, I was on Insights on the subject of should we have a full-time legislature. On the side of no, there shouldn't be was myself and Senator Joy Ventura, and on the side for yes, we should have was Senator Stanley Chang and the representative from the Women's League of Voters. The argument was, and I think we've already heard some on the floor, that it's going to give us more time to do more deliberative, more intellectually sound areas. Like the 2,000 bills that we introduced 4 months ago, we're going to boil them down probably next Wednesday to about 200 bills. Will that increase the ability? Maybe or maybe not. I mean, why do we have a rating as the legislature of 18% in the eyes of the public? This, by the way, will cost 3 times the amount. I think we have $25 million a year for running the legislature, and it would probably become 3 times the amount. And if you ask people, should the legislators get, like New York or California, $150,000, $175,000 per year? The public has not done that. So lest you think it's my opinion, I've surveyed my district. They are not for it at all. And if anyone else surveys their district, should we put you there full-time because you're going to produce better results? I think it's going to be a consensus. Let alone be the way we are, and effective or ineffective, we are what we are, but having a full-time legislature will not improve. That's, to me, the bottom line.
You're still in opposition, correct? There's opposition to the resolution.
You
That was
think
in
I talked
opposition,
myself
correct?
out of what I just said?
No, that's clarify was in opposition. All
Of
right.
course, sir. Of
All right,
course.
members, can we move on to HCR 1?
Speaker,
Representative Garcia.
same resolution, no vote.
So ordered. Further discussion on HCR 138? If not, HCR 140, HCR 160, next page, HCR 171, HCR 172, HCR 187, next page, HCR 196. Representative Garcia.
With reservations.
So ordered. HCR 198. Any discussion? Okay, if not, we'll take a voice vote. All those in favor say aye. All opposed say no. The motion is carried. Members, could you please turn to your digital action sheets? We'll be taking up 2 motions. The first is to suspend the rules to reconsider our previous action in disagreeing to the Senate amendments. And the second is to reconsider our previous action and give notice of the intent to agree. So for the motion to suspend, Representative Nakamura.
Mr. Speaker, I move to suspend the rules of the House to reconsider action previously taken in disagreeing to amendments made by the Senate to certain House bills.
Representative Morikawa.
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
All those in favor say aye. All opposed say no. The motion is carried. For the motion to reconsider, Representative Nakamura.
Mr. Speaker, I move to reconsider action previously taken in disagreeing to the amendments made by the Senate and to give notice of intent to agree to the amendments to the following House bills as referenced on your digital action sheets. House Bill number 1896, HD2. House Bill number 2218, HD1. And House Bill number 2227, HD2.
Representative Morikawa.
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
Any discussion, members? If not, all those in favor say aye. All opposed say no. The motion is carried. Members, these measures will appear on Wednesday's order of the day for agree and final reading. Okay, we're back on item 7. Are there any announcements? Okay, if not, we'll be taking up 2 motions, members. The first is to open the journal. Representative Morikawa.
Mr. Speaker, I move to keep the journal open until midnight for the purpose of receiving conference committee reports and accompanying drafts.
Representative Garcia.
Second the motion.
All those in favor say aye. All opposed say no. The motion is carried. Second motion for recess, Representative Morikawa.
Mr. Speaker, I move that this House stand in recess until 9:00 a.m. Wednesday.
Representative Garcia.
Speaker, I second the motion.
All those in favor say aye. All opposed say no. The motion is carried. The House stands in recess until 9 a.m. Wednesday. Recess.